മഹാകവി വള്ളത്തോൾ ജയന്തി, മഹാകവി അക്കിത്തം ജന്മശതാബ്ദി എന്നിവയോട് അനുബന്ധിച്ച് മലപ്പുറം ചങ്ങരംകുളം വള്ളത്തോൾ സഭാമണ്ഡപത്തിൽ നടക്കുന്ന സാഹിത്യോത്സവത്തിന് തുടക്കമായിരിക്കുകയാണ്. പ്രശസ്ത ഹിന്ദി കവി അരുൺ കമൽ ഉദ്ഘാടനം നിർവഹിക്കുകയാണ്.
And in his poetry, the bridge between I and the other is very strong. At one place, he quotes the Vedas. He says, and again I was surprised, because never before had I come across this quotation. There are two quotations from the Vedas, and I am using only my memory. And my memory is not as strong as Akkitam's, it may fail. There are two quotations. At one place he says that, there are so many, but I will here be using just two. At one place he says that, it is never I in the Vedas. The Vedas always use we. This is something nobody had ever told me before. I know a bit of Sanskrit, but not much. And the Vedic Sanskrit certainly is very different and difficult. But no bhashya, no interpretations had ever before, to my knowledge, and my knowledge is limited, had ever said this, that it's not I, it's always we in the Vedas. At one place he is using a very critical piece from the Vedas. The Vedas say, all are equal, sama, samana. And it is this equality that is important. Whenever this equality is broken, and there are classes, there are very rich people, there are very poor people, there are communities based on hatred, casteism, untouchability, man hating man, for ideological reasons. Akkitam writes against this, and it is that is appealed to me. I have talked a little about his racy imagery and Vedic imagery. In this context, I would like to add that Akkitam has written some wonderful poetry of narration. His narratives are great. He takes up a story, he takes up a fragment of a tale from somewhere and changes it into great poetry. You might recall his famous poem on Tulasi, where Tulasi is deceived, cheated by Vishnu, and Tulasi is changed into a river of tears. It's the same Tulasi, it's the same leaf of Tulasi that we use, and it's so holy. Why it's holy? Because of the tears. Because Tulasi changed his persona, his body, into tears. As many critics have pointed out, Akkitam is a poet of water. Akkitam is a poet of tears. There is no fire, Agni, in him. It's Apa, Jala. And he is a poet of Jala. And tear is the quintessence of water. All water is condensed into a drop of tear. You cannot shed a tear unless you love. It's only love that evokes a tear in you. And Akitam is a poet of tears, who is a poet of water. Akitam says at one place, in this big cosmos, there are suns, there are moons, there is a whole galaxy. But why is it that there is life only on this earth? This lowly earth, it's nothing in comparison to the sun. But life exists only on the earth. And on the earth, what is the most precious thing? It's upper, water.